if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed. Think you're something out of my...
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's Tiffany. I went through my whole fridge and looked at all of the stuff that we have, and I was like, you know what? We need to do some serious meal prep. Get all these vegetables used before they go bad. Set us up for a good week. So I had some time to go through it all. So stay tuned and I'll show you what I got. Apparently I need to clean out my fridge a little more often because I found these grapes in the back and they were definitely on their way out. So I hope this inspires you to run to your fridge right now, pause it if you need to, and go and start cleaning it out along with me. Basically, I just went through all the grapes, took them off the vine, and started getting them ready to be washed.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string.
So I don't know if you guys have one of these salad spinners, but I basically use it for everything because you can fill up the bowl with all the water and soak it for a little bit, and then you just pull the whole thing out and then rinse it, and then you can even put it back in there and spin it and get all the water out too. So I basically love this thing and use it for everything.
Even when I've been screwed, dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got issues in my head, I like you in my bed, but you keep me.
So another trick for you here, when you have peppers, they're always so hard to cut, so I just squish them down flat and then it's so much easier to cut it into slices. I usually buy a big pack of peppers from Costco and we use them up pretty quick, but I like to cut them all up and get them all ready for the week so we can either dip them in hummus or just snack on them. The kids can put them in lunches, but I also like to dice them up smaller if they're starting to go bad, and then I just throw them into the freezer, and then anytime we're having hash browns or anything where I want to saute them with a recipe, then I can just grab them from the freezer, throw them in the pan, and grill them up, and they taste the same as if they were fresh.
What you doing? And my heart's black and blue from the bruising. I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing. I feel like you think that this amusing. Sitting there gaslighting and confusing. Was it me? Is it me? Am I deluded? I'm the one who's...
So right here I'm getting my Instant Pot all prepared, and I'm grabbing my air fryer basket. I haven't actually used it too much because it also comes with trays you can put stuff on. We use that a lot more, but there's a handle for this and I was like, what in the world? I don't know how to use this, so I decided forget that, I'll just use my hand. It's not hot yet anyways. So here I'm just grabbing all of my potatoes. I had some sweet potatoes and some yellow potatoes that definitely needed to be eaten, so I figured, hey, let's get those all cut up, washed, and prepared, and throw them into the air fryer so that we can use them in whatever recipes we need this week.
Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free.
And coming back to those grapes, I'm just going to throw them into this container. I don't know if you guys have seen these on Amazon, but I love them. They have a strainer that goes on the bottom to keep all of your produce from sitting in any kind of water or juices, and it also has a divider in it, so you can actually divide it into different produce, whatever you want to do, but it keeps it so much fresher for longer. So right here I'm just getting my rice out of my 5-gallon bucket. We usually buy a huge bag from Costco or Winco and then fill up our 5-gallon bucket full of the rice. That way it's easy just to leave it in my pantry and get out what I need when I need it. We usually make about 3 cups or 4 cups of rice at a time when I cook it so that we could have some for leftovers. And I always rinse my rice before I put it in there. I just get one of those little strainers and give it a good rinse, and then I throw it in my Instant Pot. I add 1 cup of rice to 1 1/4 cup of water. So if I'm doing 3 cups of rice, I'm going to add 3 3/4 cup of water. And then I just put it all into the Instant Pot and I hit the rice button and then I let it do its thing. So here I'm just chopping up my sweet potatoes, and then I start chopping up my potatoes. I have these little mats that I like to use for chopping. They're so easy to just clean really quick. You could throw them in the dishwasher, but they're nice and flat on the counter, so it makes it nice and easy to just use that as a cutting board. I also like to spray a little bit of avocado oil on the bottom of the air fryer before I put my potatoes in it. Then after I'm done chopping it all up, I just throw it right into my air fryer basket so it's all ready to go into the air fryer. spray a little bit more avocado oil or olive oil on top of all of the potatoes and give it a good shake to kind of coat them all, just so that they can all get a little bit more crispy. Then I grab those peppers and the Brussels sprouts and give them a good wash and drain them so that they can be draining and getting all the water off. So now I move on to doing the mushrooms. I don't know about you, but I hate cleaning mushrooms. It seems like it takes forever and the dirt just never comes off. But I did it, and I started chopping those up so that we had plenty of those to saute and grill up during the week, and also to throw on our pizzas. To wash my mushrooms, I just use a damp paper towel and I scrub off any dirt that's on there. After that, I move on to my cucumbers. I give them a wash and then I cut them all up. I actually really like getting the little baby cucumbers from Costco because they're easier to chop up, and my kids like that they're nice and small. And if I don't have time to chop them up, my kids could just grab a whole cucumber and throw it in their lunch as a snack as well. So now I move on to my lettuce, and I usually buy it organic if I can. I usually get it from Costco. Unfortunately, a lot of the times it's semi-rotten in a lot of places, so that's not ideal. But I grab those. I like to have some chopped up for salads, and then I like to have leaves fresh and clean just for throwing on sandwiches and hamburgers. I also like to use them for wraps, and sometimes I'll have them with my hamburgers as a protein style hamburger. And then of course I throw it all into my salad spinner and use that to make sure all of the water gets out of it. I do that for the small pieces and for the larger pieces. Then I grab another one of those containers and put the lettuce in there so that it could stay fresh. I don't know if I mentioned that the one that I got does come in a 3-pack, so there's a larger size, a medium size, and then a smaller size. So that was really nice to get a whole pack so that I had plenty of options. And now I'm just throwing all my peppers into a container to be saved, and then I do that with my Brussels sprouts as well. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like there's so much satisfaction seeing all of that water come out of the salad spinner. So after that, I just grab a paper towel to put the lettuce leaves on, and then I put it into a Ziploc bag. That way it just kind of keeps any moisture out. Ton done. I already had cut up all my Brussels sprouts when I did half the other batch before when I cooked it. This time I just needed to kind of rinse them off. I didn't want to rinse them off too early because I didn't know when we were going to eat them and I didn't want them to be all wet and gross. So I went ahead and rinsed those so I can just throw those into the pan and grill them up or put them in the oven or air fryer. Those are just ready to go and we'll season them later. Same with the asparagus. We eat lots of salads for lunch, so I went ahead and made a bunch of salad, cut that up, and then I cut up a bunch of peppers. They're really good with hummus, so we do that. My kids also take cucumbers to school. We do that with mushrooms. We put those in our eggs and our basically everything tacos. Tonight we're gonna be having spaghetti, so I plan on throwing some of those in the sauce. I also went ahead and got some just lettuce leaves ready so that if we make sandwiches or anything like that, they're all ready to go. I hate washing lettuce. I despise it. I hate looking for all the little bugs and weird things that come in it. So if I know that I have to wash all the lettuce and get it all ready before I have a meal, I'm kind of like, when I'm in a hurry. So that's my laziness too. But if I get those prepared, then I'm much more likely to eat them and eat all of our vegetables. There was a few extra things left over. I don't know about you guys, but does it seem like you end up wasting half of the lettuce that you get from Costco? Because all of the outsides are already rotting. It's so annoying, but it is what it is. We have our grapes done. I have our sweet potatoes and potatoes that I wanted to throw into the air fryer. We have some rice going in the Instapot so that we can have as many rice bowls and things for lunches as we want. Usually we'll do salads or we'll do rice bowls for lunch. Most often I'll just grill up some of the veggies and some meat that we have, or I have the chicken skewers from Costco that I'll just throw in there. Heat it all up, throw it over some rice with some of Costco's, we call it bee sauce because we don't love that choice word. I'll grab that and show it to you. So this is the sauce, the chipotle sauce that we put on basically everything, our tacos, our rice bowls. Really, really good in rice bowls. And then this is the grilled Mediterranean chicken skewers from Costco, and so that is super, super good. So we're gonna get this in the air fryer, get all this going. And I made some rice. It's ready to go for the week for anything that we want for lunches. But guess what I discovered inside my air fryer / toaster oven? So somebody, not only did they not clean it out, they left their waffles in there. How sad. I don't know who didn't get breakfast this morning, but it's not looking good. So let's get this thing cleaned out and heat it up. And here is our final product of all of the things that we did. But I didn't want to just leave you there. I wanted to make sure and show you guys one of our recipes now that everything's all cut up and prepped and everything. This is the next day and we are making our favorite rice bowls. So first off, I have to mention my very favorite kitchen item, which is my cast iron pan. It's the 17-inch cast iron pan, and let me tell you, this is a total large family game changer. I can cook everything I need in one pan and I'm not spilling out of it. There's plenty of room for everything to get cooked evenly. I absolutely love it. So as you can see, I took the peppers and the onions and some mushroom and I sauteed all of that in my pan. And then I added some chicken and heated that through and added some of Trader Joe's Aleppo sauce. And then once that was done, we filled our bowls with rice. Then we started to assemble all of the toppings on top of the rice. We love to also add some greens in there by putting some lettuce in there, and then we always top it off with our very favorite sauce, which is the chipotle sauce. You cannot go without this. This basically makes it amazing. Head over to my Costco haul video and my Trader Joe's haul video for more ideas on what you can feed your family.